their his parents were like alive and like teenagers.
Mm-hmm.
In like one episode, they addressed that fact that was potential possible.
So like if you bought, so
It
in
was
the
more
future
about
you could just buy like
super
time
futuristic
machines.
technology causing problems in the past.
Okay, all right. So let's say like the year is 2016. That's no longer futuristic. The year is 2023, and we buy a time
they were
machine.
coming from the year 2121.
2121. Okay,
Yeah.
well they got it right. All right, so let's say the year
21 Jump Street.
The year is 21 Jump Street. Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum rule the world. Johnny Depp is co-president.
Johnny Depp is co-president. There's already two people in the world.
He's co-president. And
No, it was
the
better
other
the
guy,
first time.
I don't know what his name was. He's
Did you open up Fraps?
yes.
Are you recording right now?
Yes, I am.
Good, because this is gonna go somewhere.
Okay.
We just don't know where.
Let's don't jinx this. Okay, now let's answer my question. Okay, so we're in 22 Jump Street future.
22 Jump Street. What happened to 21?
I'm sorry, the newest one threw me off. And me and you, we go down to the local Make Another Sequel store, and we're gonna get a time machine. Where's the first
Make
place?
another sequel story. Back to the Future Part 27. Marty is a brain in a jar.
Being held by Doc Brown, played by Shia LaBeouf. Because in that world,
Who plays Einstein?
Einstein.
The dog.
Let me think about this. Where would be good? Whoopi Goldberg. No. I can do better. I can do better. Charlie Sheen.
Can't top that. Can't top that.
Can't top.
Whoopi Goldberg.
What?
The dog costume.
Whoopi
Like the
Goldberg plays
crappiest-
Einstein.
No, just thinking in the crappiest 1930s-esque dog costume ever, just her head sticking out.
I could see that being like a 90s movie. Whoopi Goldberg and
You loved
Hulk
her in the
Hogan.
Sister Act. You might have seen the Sister Act too. Who knows? You might even have seen that one Muppet special with Brandy.
Sister
and
Act 3.
She played a hyena once.
Along with Cheech from Cheech and Strong. And who is the third one? Wow, I feel
Nobody
bad for
cares.
that one.
Nobody
He
cares.
probably goes to bars. He's like, Lion King.
Well, he didn't talk.
I was the what?
He didn't talk.
He didn't talk.
Not even once.
Well, maybe
Just nodded.
did he laugh at all? Like,
Yeah, but it was just like canned laughter.
okay, so maybe he like goes to bars and he's just like, hey babe, or some kind of
You sound just like that movie I saw when I was like 2.
yeah, Mary Poppins.
The
Anyways,
Sherman brothers roll in their graves.
yeah, are they both dead? No, one of them's
No,
alive.
one of them's still alive.
Yeah, but
but-
he.
I'm talking about their third brother, Chuck.
Chuck Sherman.
Yeah, because they chucked
He
him
sounds
out.
like
of
an
their
ace
famousness.
detective.
He was
Chuck
the-
Sherman, ace detective. Will he find out who
Why
keyed
his
the
brothers are more
chib-chibbity-
talented than
what?
him and well known?
No, what? I mean, detectives work in the shadows, as we've learned from the all great and powerful Batman.
So Shadow the Hedgehog is a detective. Better yet, detectives work inside of Shadow the Hedgehog.
I think so. I get to see Shadow like in his office, and he is the only detective. But I guess isn't like the three
I'm
Charmy.
destroying all the humans after I figure out why I'm destroying all the humans.
Exactly. Isn't like Charmy and Chameleon Ninja and
SBO.
I'll find the computer room. That guy. Are they all?
Inspector.
Are they detectives or ninjas?
They're a detective. Yeah.
They're a detective.
Yes,
Collectively.
they combine together like Voltron.
We'll solve the case. Yes, and they're also turned 90 when they. We'll solve the case for you, Sonic. Yeah, thanks. Thanks for that. I'm gonna go over here.
And he's like looks at Knuckle and Knuckles is like, they're just trying to help.
They mean well. Come on.
They mean well.
honestly. It's like they even got me
They
off
haven't
my
had a
steroids.
game in like 30 years.
Hey, did you even play through the Sonic Heroes story of that? They were the weakest. They were.
No, I'm not even counting that. I'm talking about chaotix and nothing
Chaotix. I did that as a. I feel bad for them. They crawled up on my doorstep. I don't have a house.
Charmy
I live
had
on a
voice.
rock. and they
Charmy's
made me a
wings had been
doorstep.
pulled off.
Charmy's wings have been pulled off, and he stung someone, so he had 4 days left to live, because that's how that works. And they asked me, can we have one day in the sun? And I said, yes, let's link ourselves together.
Together with
Why? I don't
Remember
trust you to
Knuckles?
do this on your own.
You remember Knuckles' Adventure when we watched that?
Hmm.
And like Mighty, like Vector showed up, and Mighty's like, "Oh no, just keep away from me,"
Keep
because
it away from me.
he would get connected with the chain. That was so good.
There's just one thing, like this one image of Sonic that I can't get out of my head of like Sonic, like if everything in the games were in real time, like obviously you don't, if you run into a dollar bill, unless it like
Wait, what?
flattens and stays on your chest, you don't collect that dollar bill. You have to stop, pick it up, put it in your pocket. So can you imagine the length of an average level? Or at least how many bruised eyes Sonic would have if he had to stop each and every second to just pick it up. Or the Chaos Emeralds, hell, that would be awful. Just the world would be in danger.
Wait. So you're talking about replacing the rings with like dollar bills?
No. Like
Because that sounds interesting.
it does. But if like Sonic had to stop, pick up a ring, put it in his pocket before he left again. Or he can only hold like how many he could, like just make the most annoying mod possible for Sonic 06. as if it needed more, but we could it's something we could do. We
It's
could
no
come
longer
up-
Sonic 06. It's Sonic 0 shit.
Yeah, it's just like Sonic. Oh shit.
There's. I'm sorry, folks, but that is the only way to describe that.
That's seriously how, like, remember how I told you, like, how I beat Sonic 06? I'm going to tell my Sonic 06 story now. My Sonic 06 story. So,
I'm so
the last-
sorry that the first game you decided to play was that.
No. My entire Sonic story, me and you, we were playing Second Life, and we found the Sonic abs, and one of them was Shadow, but it had like the white on his fur, which I still to this day don't understand why they're there. But I was like, oh, it's like a black Sonic. He looks awesome, and you're like, yeah, he's Shadow. Like he was in a movie once, but or a game. I meant to say game. He was in a game or two. I was like, oh, okay, that might give me a chance to. Right, because that was in my days where I was just like, if it's dark and brooding and hates the world, I love it too. But I YouTubed what game he was from, and the first Sonic game I ever beat was Sonic Adventure 2. And then
that's a good
Sonic Heroes. And then I got the Xbox, and I figured it's time to make the jump from old school Sonic, which at that time, old school Sonic was the adventure games and Heroes. Not even thinking about the Genesis. So I was like, I'm going to make my jump and go over to modern Sonic. So I got Sonic Unleashed for the Xbox 360 and Sonic 06. Two awful games. Two horrible, terrible games.
I thought the 360 version was supposed to be better than the Wii version.
The Wii version is so much better.
Okay, I wasn't
much
sure
better.
which way it went.
Yeah, I love the Wii version. It's one of my favorite Sonic games ever. But
I'm
it's
gonna just say this now. The last Sonic game I played was Sonic Heroes. Well, I played 06, but I did not finish it.
at this time, because I mean, if there are some fans listening, they have proof
Oh, yeah,
of you
Generations.
playing Sonic Generations.
I don't know if I count that because it's more of a
And
collaboration.
Sonic 4.
because,
Episode 2.
I had a long
Forgot
day
about
at
that
work.
one, didn't you? Anyways, I pop in Sonic 06 and I'm blissfully entertained because I don't know any better. And
I wish you would have told me, or I could have saved you a lot of.
I even ordered pizza, and the guy looked at the screen and then gave me a look of like, and I didn't understand it at the time. But the poor man was scared. He was scared. He didn't even. It's like
this dumb kid's gonna play the worst game.
he's like, so what you
could
doing? I'm
possibly
just like, yeah, just playing some video games. He's like, I see that, and I swear to God, this is a true story. And I was like, yeah, the new Sonic game. I just picked it up today. You know, he's like, how you liking it? I'm like, yeah, it's pretty good. He's like, huh. So the total is he's just not want to crush this poor kid's spirit. So after I
How
think
many loading screens in did you figure out it was going to be complete crap?
oh my god. I I ate
Or did you keep
four
the
pieces of
colored
pizza.
glasses on a lot longer than you should have?
The rose knife. I I ate like I remember I ate 2.5 pieces of pizza in one loading screen. That was like my that was like my timing. I was like, is it just me?
So
Like,
good.
am I so excited to play the next part that the loading screens seem longer?
Oh my
No.
goodness, you actually convinced yourself of that?
I did. I was
Sir,
trying so hard
Sega,
to
you owe
figure
Kyle
out.
his life back.
Yeah, at least a few hours or shit. But no, this isn't even the worst part. So I get like halfway through. I beat the Sonic stage. Like, I beat the whole Sonic campaign, and then I play. I start with the Shadow campaign because I mean that's what I was waiting for. And because he was awesome in adventure and all that stuff, and playing the Dark storyline, that was cool. Opening CGI cutscene is really really cool, and then like one of the first things you do with him after that annoying tedious snow stage is a math puzzle. I didn't even play it. Like I know it wasn't actually math. You had to like memorize numbers or whatever, but you talk to this guy, he's like, "I am a mathematician. Let us do this puzzle to see if you are worthy." I'm like, no, 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 fuck off. I'm done. So I turned the game off and then I played Sonic Unleashed and I played the first day stage. I'm like, what have I been missing? This is Sonic. This is amazing. And then I got the night stage and I was just like, every game has loading screens. But so after that experience, I got rid of my Xbox. Like my Xbox broke. I don't think it was because of me, but for unknown reasons, it broke. And then my friend who worked at GameStop, he was just like, "Hey, I'm getting a new Xbox, and I want to give you this old one as for free." And I was like, "Oh, that's awesome!" And he was like, "Oh, and also I got you a game too." And I'm like, "Oh, cool. What was he?" He's like, "I know you like Sonic." I'm like, "Oh no." So he shows me the case. It's like, and it's Sonic. Oh shit! And that's exactly what I said. That's why that joke earlier brought me back to this because he was gonna say like Sonic the Hedgehog or Sonic 06. I don't even know if he knew if it was called Sonic 06, but he was just like, it's Sonic. Oh shit! And I knew because that game has found its way back into my life that I was not allowed to play any other game, watch anything else, do anything until I conquer this game. And I swear to you, Tyrus, for the next 3.5 weeks, I I contemplated suicide about 7 times. It was so bad. I wish I would have taken a picture. Pizza Hut was my best friend. They would come over, deliver pizzas, and root for me. I loved pizza at that time because I was just like, okay,
You still had your
it gets me
gallbladder back
through
then.
it. Yeah, I did. I still have my gallbladder back then, so I can eat all the pizza I want, like have no punishment. It was pizza and Mountain Dew all the time. That's probably why I lost it. So you like friends would come over, and there'd be a stack of like 4 pizza boxes and 3 Mountain Dew 2 liters, and they're like, "Niall, you gotta get out of this depression." I'm like, "This game is the cause. I have to kill it." So
It was
I
like your nuts and bolts.
Oh my god, I that wasn't even that bad for me. Like in compare, it was a bad.
No, I'm just saying comparing you to John Tron
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
and the
Okay,
ordeal he went through to get rid of nuts and bolts.
okay, definitely. I mean, I shit didn't get that mythical, but I mean, I mean,
Shit just got mythical.
yeah, it just got kind of mythical. Shit just got mythical, guys. What'd you say, Frodo? Anyways,
I wonder if there's a way to play like through like just it's just completely off, bounce coming off the wall here.
yeah. Boy,
You earlier you were talking about how you were excited about the new Halo Master Chief Edition
uh-huh.
collection,
Mhm.
and it made me think back to playing Halo 1 on the PC and how that was always really awesome. And I wondered if there was some way to play like co-op of that on the PC, like online.
That'd be so fun. I haven't played the first one. I've played Halo 2. That was the first rated M game I ever played and ever was allowed to play. And then I
Halo
played
2 is better,
3.
but Halo 1 had a lot of fun to it too.
Yeah, I mean I love games that are kind of clunky. That like those are my favorite shooters. That kind of
Halo 1 wasn't
kinda
really all
bad.
that clunky. It was just
Well, I mean,
Halo.
like not like all polished and like my favorite kind of shooters are
Okay, there were some
shooters
fun glitches in it.
like Duke Nukem 3D, and I'm bouncing from all different things. That one Nintendo 64, GoldenEye, and stuff like that. But like anything that resembles Call of Duty, where the majority of the color is sand, I I can't enjoy it. I can't because it's not pretty to look at. I need colors. I do. Put me in space. I mean, that's all you need. I don't
Isn't that
want to.
half of what they did in like Black Ops 1 or whatever with that space zombie thing?
I don't know. The zombies were fun though. I played that, but it was incredibly hard. And I shot a zombie in the head, and it didn't fall down immediately. And it pissed me off because I was like, I do zombies. This is not. This is not. And
Like
then,
Dead Rising pissed?
oh, I was pretty pissed at Dead Rising, the first one. It was possibly the worst game I've played at that moment because that was when I first moved to California and my uncle still had it, like for the Xbox. And then I played it and like the voice acting was laughably bad, so I was having a good time with
Yeah, voice
that.
acting was pretty bad in that game.
But I was just like picture like, oh, it's kind of like a Duke Nukem thing. I can make fun of it, and then like I had a phone game version of Dead Rising, and all you did was you killed zombies and you did stupid missions, and I'm like, okay, that's cool for a phone game. And then I found out that that is the real game. So yeah, Dead Rising wasn't the best, but
The later games actually have co-op.
yeah, I mean the
Um,
trailer for the newest one looks pretty cool, but I am
but you're
so
literally
psyched
both
for
the
Dead Island
exact same
2.
person.
Dead Island 2 is gonna be great because it's in
The funny
California.
thing is, I didn't even mean to say Dead Rising. I meant to say Dead Island, but I love that you
Did
came
you?
up. You had that story already, because I used to play the Dead Rising demo.
Uh-huh.
Just I would play it over and over again because
Mhm.
hell, I didn't want to buy the game. I just wanted to kill
Yeah,
zombies.
it's just like stressful
I'd go to
paper.
that one part of the mall, find the katana, and go to town.
Oh my god, the katana was great, and then the chainsaw was really good, but all the movie buff in me, like the film critic, I was just like, so many zombies can kill him while he's taking all this time hacking down one zombie. This is fun and all, but I mean, I forgot what it was where someone had like two chainsaws, one on each arm, and just like went through a horde just swinging their arms around. And that was the only time I was just like, I don't care if it's possible or not. I am so happy right now.
You know who would be in pretty good shape if a zombie apocalypse kind of thing happened?
I
Doctor Octopus.
Yeah, yeah, that's pretty
Because he'd
true.
be able to lift himself up and hold himself up with two arms and just push them away
If
with the
he
other ones.
got
They're too
bit,
slippy.
if he got bit, since and this is going off movie logic, not comics. I don't know much, but in the movies, the it's stupid, but it's true. The arms have emotions because they screamed with him whenever he was like no, and they also cried and they hiss and all that
But
stuff.
they were
So
also robotic, so you can't really bite
that
the
is true.
arms.
That is true. They wouldn't bite, but if he turned into a zombie, would they kill him for the greater good, or would they grab other people so he can bite them? Because they are kind of operating off his brain, and if his brain is just
I think they
thinking,
operate off of his desires, but I mean, if he didn't want to turn, then maybe they would kill him.
they operate off his desires.
Yeah. What he wanted to do and kind of stuff.
Like, is it attached to his brain? It's been a while since I
They're
saw
attached
it.
to his spine.
It's so stupid. But
Why?
okay. Well, I mean, can you control shit from your spine?
You have a spinal cord, bro. It's connected directly to your brain.
On this episode of Tyrus is Smarter Than Nao, we learn that
Just like every day.
Oh, speaking of which, back to our root topic. We took a
What was our root topic?
we took a carousel ride and a half before getting back here. But if we bought a time machine in 22 Jump Street Future at the Make a Sequel shop, where
I completely forgot this was even canon now.
before we even talked about Whoopi Goldberg's Einstein, all that way back,
Hmm.
where would we go? And what
You
would
mean
we do there?
when would we go?
Yes, Tyrus. When would we go? And where? And why?
And with whom?
Well, with each other. I don't think that we're going to pick anyone up on the way. I hope. I guess buff Dr. Brown, Doc Brown can come along. So if we say that we want to go to a time period, you could be like, no, 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 no. But presumably not. Are you drawing a blank here? Are you
No,
just
I'm thinking because it's like it's an interesting. I've never really considered, what time period I'd want to really travel back to if I was had the option.
really?
Yeah, because I don't know. It's not something I've ever really thought of.
Huh. Think about it all the time. My time periods are kind of limited because I am half black, and I don't know how noticeable that is. But I mean, if they find if I go to the wrong period and then they find out, like bad shit could probably
I
come
mean,
from
I'd be
that.
there with you, so
Yeah, you could just be
maybe
like,
you'd
he's
be
mine.
okay. Well, I wasn't gonna say that.
I'd be like, half of me is okay with this. Um, other half's quite pissed. Um,
So, what time periods would you choose?
I would choose just completely impractical shit. I would go back to the time of Abraham Lincoln, and I'd get someone who's a really, really bad man and dress him up as a vampire and make Abraham
Why?
Lincoln kill him. So that way,
Why?
in the future, we could say and have all the town people really truly believe that Abraham Lincoln has killed the only vampire in existence. So that
I
way, in the future,
I
we can
don't
have
think
that little
Abraham
story.
Lincoln would have allowed himself to kill somebody.
If it's a vampire, like I'm pretty sure the stories of vampires were still circling around back then. I mean, sure, Bram
The
Stoker
stories of
never joked.
vampires didn't really start until like 1900 something.
You never know that. Maybe just the name, like the cat,
You're
like
talking about 40 years before Bram Stoker's Dracula was even written.
exactly. Like maybe Bram Stoker just heard it. He was just like, that sounds like a good idea, and put him in a hat, name him Dracula. It's just
Well, I mean, in China they have mythical uh, creatures that are kind of like zombies crossed with vampires, and they hop toward you with their arms out.
holy shit. That's creepy.
Yeah,
Somebody make a
they,
game
they,
out of that.
they
Do it
have.
now. They have?
Game Grumps played it.
Really?
It was really bad,
Oh, damn.
but it was funny. It was like a kung fu game. It was like an NES game.
It's
And
hilarious.
you fought these weird jumping zombie ghost vampire things.
Barry, put him on screen. Oh, we're not only do we not have Barry, this is a podcast. There are two things wrong with that. Um,
Lack of visuals, lack of Jew.
lack of correct Jew, anyway, or any Jew in general. Um, so
I
yeah,
love Danny's like Jew jokes and stuff because it's so fun looking
'cause you
listening to like
can.
this culture. Because one thing I didn't grow up on the East Coast, the other thing I didn't grow up Jewish, and so a lot of his things are hilarious.
hmm Tyrus thinks
My
that
best
Jewish
friend growing up
culture
was
is
Jewish.
funny.
Huh?
Oh,
Sorry, I
no.
couldn't hear you over my mustache.
That makes sense. So I was thinking back the other day on our Second Life adventures, and I was
Which
wondering like if there
the
was
first season or the third season?
the third season, the second and a half season is where things got interesting. When we broke off from Giselle and them, and then we just decided to be idiots and hurt only ourselves, not bring anyone else along with us except for everyone around us at the time. Like the
Was that before or
Richmond.
after the breakup?
Uh, uh, Richmond? When was that?
I guess you could consider that like 2.3.
Yeah, okay. So, Richmond, for all those people like, what the hell are these
They don't know
nerds
what they're
talking about?
They don't even know what Giselle is.
Yeah, what's a Giselle? Is that those deer things that are really skinny? No, we Second Life is a game where you can do anything and everything. Let's leave it
If
at
they've seen
that.
Tyrus&Nao, then they know about Tekken Life.
But like, Tekken Life?
Yeah, Tekken Life.
Tekken
That sounds
Life.
a lot better.
It sounds so much more entertaining.
What was it? Did you know that The Sims actually had? Okay, so back in the days of Sims, the original Sims,
Mhm.
as part of like thing to coincide with the release of Sims 2, they released something called The Sims Online,
Uh-huh.
and eventually they kind of turned it into a Second Life clone and tried to have it compete, but it
I
was
didn't know
terrible and
that.
died.
I totally would have been on Team Sims.
It was terrible. It had like no user created content.
Oh. So it's just like,
It was like Roblox.
ooh, so that bad. Okay.
I assume. I haven't played Roblox, but it sounds
Damn.
pretty bad too.
Well, Richmond, for those of you who have lives, it's a city. Like in Second
Richmond
Life,
R.
yeah. In Second Life, you can do anything.
Sick of life.
Like you can pretty much. Me and Tyrus mainly hung out in like theme parks and space and
Sandboxes mostly.
sandboxes, which is places where you can just build and piss people off a lot. And you can, underwater, out of medieval times, the future, anything. But Richmond was like the only place where it was just like a city, like a modern day city. Everybody had jobs. Tyrus was a fireman. I was a menace. Everybody did their part. And one day, like I was just thinking, like in those times, out of you know I have two questions for you, actually, and I'm sorry for that severe stutter. That was probably painful to listen to.
I was just thinking about that time I punched Keithan into the air and got banned from Little Blue.
Did you punch or did you have that little hammer thing?
That was a hammer, you're right.
Because I remember watching it.
That was literally just after we filmed How to Get Banned from the Sand.
I remember Keithan is just because she wasn't.
She
She
didn't
had
care,
fun.
but the person
She
was
she
like-
was a nice person, but she wasn't goofy like us. I imagined her wearing like really long skirts and having like glasses and be very professional in what she does, and she's just sitting there building something and having a great time. And Tyrus just walks up
in a Mario Tanuki suit, nonetheless.
and then click. And she just goes
I'm like, hey, I wonder
flying.
what this hammer does. She's gone. I get kicked out.
Just the mental image I have of her is just her staring blankly at her computer screen, wondering what the hell. And
I
then
got a shirt out of it.
oh, and then I later bitched at the owner for banning you. Like, how dare you?
Then you got banned.
Oh, yeah, then I did. So, and
Was it the same person we later became friends with?
yep. Oh, I never thought of that.
No, it was someone else.
Okay, I hope so, because we became really good friends with those people, and if they found out that they once hated us,
No, this was a different sandbox.
it was Little Blue, right?
Little
We
Blue's
were-
the one where we became friends with people.
No, that was Fermi.
No, Fermi and Little Blue are the same thing now.
Oh, okay. We got banned from one of them. I don't think we always Little Blue was always our place. And one day we were just off of the ban list. I think some people, some practical, reasonable people, refresh their ban list every now and then to let people go back in.
You gave me crap about the first take on the episode, and now you're sitting here
This is a
condescendingly.
podcast. This is a podcast. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit what I say now, and I also didn't mention their name. And I still don't have any. I don't have any animosity towards them because I mean, you wouldn't forgive people if you gave yourself time to try either. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe we'll.
I'm not sure if that sentence really worked or conveyed the meaning you wanted it to, but I'll let you stick with it.
So anyways, I have two questions for you. What is your favorite Second Life memory? And if you could if you can like change one decision or one mistake or anything like that that you didn't do or wanted to do, all of that, what would you do? Answer them in order, please.
Favorite Second Life memory?
Mm-hmm.
It might be the time that I was trying to RP and you walked into the room as the Kool-Aid Man. It was just so out of place. Made no sense, and everybody
Can you
died
just
laughing.
paint the picture for the audience? It just.
So I was in a medieval/fantasy themed role-playing group in this one area,
It was really high
and
class too.
I hyped it up quite a lot before you even showed up, and it was pretty cool. Yeah, they had a lot of Sims, a lot of land to go RP on. I'm trying not to use lingo from the game, and so I was talking Niall up to the guys, trying to get him drawn into the story, and and literally not even 5 seconds later, the Kool-Aid Man barges in through the front door.
And on mic, I go, "Oh yeah!"
Exactly.
And they loved me. I think the owner was like, "This is not right at all.
The
The
owner
Kool-Aid
wasn't
Man
there.
was not medieval," or someone was pissed. One person out of 20 people were pissed. Everyone else loved me. I know you were pissed. I pissed you off a
I
lot.
was
in
pissed
that
and
game.
laughed a lot.
Oh, but that game, that sim
Just
was
about
actually
any time
really
you
good.
try to RP with Nile, if it's not Sonic the Hedgehog related, it's gonna end poorly.
I'm judging on
Another situation that Nile caused in another RP thing was he became a mass murderer in Richmond.
I saw the Scream series, and
Yeah, this is like your first time seeing the Scream series.
yeah, and
So
I
you're all obsessed
like
with it. You're like, I'm
captured my
gonna be a murderer.
imagination. Yeah, exactly. And you know how you're not supposed to watch horror movies and be like, that murderer is a very identifiable character. I want to do that. You can do that with Second Life, and nothing bad can happen. So I
Nothing bad can happen. Remember those words.
yes, remember those. That's in a perfect world, you can go around a town murdering people at free will and nothing bad can happen in a video game. So I bought the ghost face costume in the game, and then I sent a message to the mayor like, "Hey, I'm gonna start an RP. I'm gonna go around killing people." um, just
You
the
didn't make the
FYI.
connection that they would try to arrest you.
Nope. So, I crouch walked. I stalked this biker guy, because there was like a woman, there was a little kid, and then there was just a biker with like a cigarette hanging from his mouth. I was just like, yeah, it makes sense. So I stalked this guy going into a bar. And then he goes in, and I can see like he keeps like looking back, and then he looks towards the door, and I creep myself around the bar, like where he looks back and there's no one behind him, and then he turns around, and then I'm there. And as like a wannabe director, I was so happy with that performance. And then I start stabbing, and I remember the knife doesn't do shit. He just pulls out a gun and starts shooting. I run away, and I get arrested.
How did I end up getting shot? I don't even remember.
I'll tell that story later, but I still want
Well,
you to answer that
This is what I
question.
was. That story was supposed to lead into this one
Okay. The
about how nothing bad could happen.
okay. Nothing bad can. Yeah. So, um, I run and like I call for Tyrus, because that's just what I do when I'm in trouble. Because if I'm gonna suffer and have bad things happen to me, damn it, things are gonna happen to him too. So I call him over, and he comes by, and we like run into a gang war, which happened far too often in that
That's very
sim.
true. The bikers would all get arrested.
And Tyrus, he's part of like the fire department, and he
Mhm.
has like a little Glock, and he's following the rules. He's using the weapon approved by the by the state. I pull out a fucking rocket launcher and shoot it, and then someone bitches at me, so I get an automatic, and then I kill everyone except for one guy that's around the corner, and that's who shoots Tyrus. So by now, like and I've already changed out of my murderer outfit, because I was just like, oh, I'm not gonna get to kill people. Might as well be a person again. So, I helped save the town from the gang war, so people are kind of happy with me now. Um, I mean, I did just kill a whole bunch of gangsters and protect innocent lives, but now my partner, or the fire department man is bleeding, as well as 4 or 5 other people that are bleeding. By the way, I'm leading into my favorite Second Life moment of all time. So get ready. Um,
That's why I linked this story to the
yeah,
first one.
thank you very much. That was an easy segue. So here
I've
we
never written a
have.
segue, but I hear it's easy.
Good. Um, so here we have 4 or 5 injured people, and they have little puddles of prim blood, and their health bars are dropping. So I call the ambulance, and the ambulance comes by, and we get them all. We get them all in the ambulance, and we're going down the highway. And I'm going through my inventory, and I want to cheer Tyrus up with a picture of Dr. Robotnik from the Sonic the Hedgehog TV show. Not Sat AM, but
Sonic, The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog.
the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. And it was red, white, and blue, and it was like an army poster, and it said Pingas at the bottom, and it had Robotnik's face. And I wanted to cheer him up because he was shot. And instead of dragging a texture to his avatar, which would then let him see a picture, I dragged a prim, which was a giant billboard with the picture on it, and it rezzed right in front of the ambulance, and it took a second to res, so it rezzed in the ambulance engine, which caused it to flip over and catapult all 6 people in the car across the map and killed everybody.
Did you survive or not?
No,
I couldn't remember.
if I did, I
But
was
the
severely
bad thing
injured.
with that was that the paramedic that was driving the ambulance was also the only paramedic online. So if any of us wanted to do anything, we would have to either log off or just wait until someone else logged on.
I tried to go on mic and apologize, but I couldn't stop laughing. They went flying. Just someone was even on mic talking to one of like the ladies, like, "Don't worry, Mrs. Fucking Apple Bottom, it's gonna be okay." Pink is.
It would have been better if the box had said penis. That was a pretty good situation.
Instead, it was just me dying on the microphone and you screaming at me before you died with me.
And somehow you got healed, I remember.
I did. Okay, now.
I couldn't get healed. And so they ended up having to take me back to the hospital eventually later. But then there still wasn't anybody
to the
there.
hospital with flowers for everyone. Flowers and a pizza. That's right. I had flowers and a pizza for everyone, and people were still mad at me. But I don't think they figured out what went wrong. I don't think I ever told them that it was a Pingas sign in the middle of the road that merged with the ambulance that caused the catapult effect that made us fly. They thought it was a glitch, so I think we went with that. Or you told them the truth. I don't know. But
All I know is not long after that, I left the fire department.
you couldn't live with the shame.
I was just tired. The
It's
fire
just like,
department was
listen,
so
guys,
boring.
90% of our work is caused by this dumbass right here, so we're just gonna leave and go become Ghostbusters. But let's save that story for later.
Yeah.
Now I need to hear the answer to your other question, and then I think we're gonna end this
I
up
can't even
and start
remember the
another
other
episode.
This hasn't been going on as long as the counter's been going on.
Oh, okay. The second the second question was if you could change anything in Second Life, any course of action, any decision that you've made, any opportunity you took down, what would it be?
Something I would change that we did. I would never let us res that Louisiana-style mansion that we did. It had all those broken doors that had to fix 15 times.
Oh my god. Yeah. So
That was a bad day.
I'm not even going to. I'm not even. Why don't you go ahead?
So, Niall and I both had lady friends on Second Life for a period of time. And at one point, we were like, oh, let's all live in a mansion together, kind of thing. And it's like, oh, cool. We've got all these different houses. And we tried different ones. I had like a cabin type thing that was a little big. And Niall had crap. And I had all this other crap because we had both been on Second Life for like a couple of years at the point. And it was just crap. You collect a lot of crap on Second Life.
Yes,
And
that's very true.
at one point, I was like, I've got this thing. And he puts out a box, clicks on it, and this big Victorian-style mansion with like 15 rooms in it just pops out of the box. I'm like, oh, that's cool. He's like, sure, I'm going to make it permanent now. Click.
Oh, that's
And
cool. You like
little
it? That's
did-
enough improvement. That's enough approval for me. Done.
Yeah, and
I
we
now
go
live here.
inside. Instantly, I noticed that every single door is at least half a foot hanging down from the top of the door frames, more than it should. There shouldn't be a noticeable gap there. It's all the exact. They were all the exact same amount wrong, too. And so, Niall and the gals were all working
Yeah,
on decorating different
me and the
rooms
girls are having a
changing
great time.
changing the wallpapers, putting down furniture, putting
Just
paintings on the
making the
walls,
house
and just
a home.
having a wonderful day. I'm selecting every single door so that I can move them all up at the exact same time. This was very meticulous work considering how many doors there were. There were even hidden doors that I had to make sure I clicked. And every time I misclicked, it would deselect all of them. So this took a good hour the first time I did it. I finally get it up there. And then Niall and my girlfriend both decide this isn't facing the right direction. We want it to face the haunted mansion. I'm like,
Which
Okay.
by the way, there's a haunted mansion that me and Tyrus built. It was a recreation of the ride that was directly across the river
our channel.
from where we are. I don't think we have a
dead now.
video of that haunted mansion, but whatever.
So I'm like, sure, why not? Either that or Niall blew up everything. Could easily be either one.
Yeah. So we changed the direction, and then we has to do it all over again, and it's just
Niall tried his hardest to highlight all the things in the house, but unfortunately, it turned everything except the doors.
Now, how long has it been since that experience? How long has it been?
That was 2010.
Okay, so that was about 4 years ago. Tyrus, I have something to tell you. It was not a coincidence that the doors were the only thing that didn't turn. Ooh, I feel better with that off my chest. How do you feel?
I don't think I've been this mad in a long time.
Oh, Jesus, my face hurts.
I am.
I can hear your.
I don't know if there are
I
birds.
can feel your anger. I can feel it. Oh. Oh, that feels good. I love you, buddy.
How can I kill you?
Looking around at your desk. How can I kill you?
This takes me back to something we were talking about earlier. How do we banish Nao from the country?
At first we were going to banish both of them, but one of them seems to not want to be banished with the other. He'd rather die in space alone than to be in the same room as Nao.
Well, I'm thinking of the first thing about you know the men in black and the puppies.
Oh, yes. Ex-YouTuber and attempted entertainer gets banished from the American
From the American Club.
From the American Club. We took his
Former
membership
former
card.
member of America.
Former member of America. He
The
was
band. You were the collective. You're like everyone in America's genes just put together.
I have a theory that World War III is going to happen, but it's going to be a battle of the bands, and each band is going to be a name of a country. And
No.
it's not going to be for any. I'm not saying that that's going to be how they settle their religious or financial disputes. That's just going to be a thing. Like,
So
fuck
there's
it.
gonna be a band called the
The
Democratic
Demo-
Republic of the Congo.
Yes, the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Yes, I believe so. And then there's gonna be one for like the
I found out that Congo was an actual country.
Japan
They changed
and
its
the
name to that.
South.
I felt like what? I always thought Congo was just a really racist name for parts of Africa.
I always thought the Congo was like,
A dance.
what the
All
hell
that.
did I think of when I heard Congo? I pictured gorillas and drums, and I hope that's not racist, but because I think about both of them at the Rainforest Cafe, and what am I think? Why am I thinking Congo? Like, oh, Rainforest Cafe. There's like the Congo chicken strips or something like that. I don't know. I'm hungry. Damn it, Tyrus. Every time we talk, I get hungry. It's because of you.
And every time we talk, it's more than like several hours.
Yes. Whew. Okay. So can I answer the question now?
I don't even remember what that was.
Question was if you could change anything in the past. I've said it 4 times, so I'm just gonna say if I could change anything, any decision in Second Life, I would have had us stay in the army for at least another few days.
What? Okay, I have to explain this to them because they probably don't remember.
They could be like, they were drafted and they're alive. What the hell? They would have put these dumbasses on the front lines with Nerf guns. What's?
That's one of my favorite ideas.
So yes,
It's on my list of ways to get rid of Nile. Nick said I wouldn't give you a Nerf gun. I'd give you one of the Nerf swords. Paint you like
so I
paint
can
you
give, so
like
I can give,
Braveheart.
so I can give
You
an
know, with the blue hat,
inspirational.
their
Yeah,
face,
I'll give
and
an.
the kilt, and you just run at them.
I'd rather give an Aragorn speech. I can see in your eyes the same fear that will take the heart of me, and then I get shot immediately. And they'll be like, "Oh, that was a pretty good impression." I don't know.
And some guy walks up and takes your heart out. They said, "Take the heart of me."
Kalima! What's he doing here?
Get him out of here! Wrong movie, wrong time period.
Didn't that take place in the 30s? What the hell? Okay. So go ahead. Tell them how we became part of the Air Force.
So I have this old
spaceships.
friend. I've known him for a long time, and he actually introduced me to Second Life, and or at least brought me back to it. In some respect,
Take it back. Do 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 do.
and
Take it back.
he had gotten a job.
For
I'm not
the
even
army.
thinking of the right person. So I know 2 guys that are very similar.
He
One
was
of
a
them I've
lizard
known
that
for a
was a
long
dick
time.
to me.
Oh, that doesn't narrow it down right.
It's so true.
Furries don't tend to like you very much.
But they were scalies. Is this my argument?
That's your argument. It's not helping.
They were scalies.
Anyway, yeah, he was talking about. I'm thinking of a different guy. He got this job working in this sim that was. They considered themselves a micronation,
Mhm. It was
like
scary.
a little nation within Second Life.
It was kind
They
of
had
scary.
a king who was the most stuck-up person I have ever met.
I'll talk more about him later. Hopefully I don't get invaded.
The wonderful impression you made on it. It was really scary because like we were interviewing for this job to just be well, I decided I wanted to be in the Air Force and Niall was going to be in the ground forces working with like tanks, and literally all our job was to
Wait, working with what?
the tanks and
Oh,
stuff.
okay, I thought you said banks. I'm like, that's a horrible idea in second, first, third, fourth, and eighth life. I should never handle. A bank, but continue.
Anyway, like our jobs were going to be to just patrol the area because in Second Life there's a lot of RPing in a lot of places, and the RP for this place was that they had rival nations that would try and like invade their lands or just have little wars and battles and stuff. We never saw one while we were there.
Apparently there was one immediately after we quit.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Did Decimus tell you that?
Yeah.
That's cool. I don't talk to him anymore, but he's still on my friends list. Anyway, so speaking of Decimus, he was the general of the army who interviewed us both, and he thought we were both pretty cool and continued to talk to us long after we left. We would invite him to see like our rides when we upgraded them and stuff. And anyway, he put me in the Air Force, and I had to fly for like hours on end, just in this very specific pattern. If I flew too far,
you may think we're exaggerating when we say hours,
no,
but no.
we would have shifts.
In
And
this
just be security.
role
I didn't have a gun or anything.
playing
I just had this
sim.
little ship. Well, it was sort of role playing, sort of not.
Picture the
Yeah.
smallest ship in all 6 Star Wars movies and cut it in half. And then put Tyrus in it, and we have to fly around this square of the land in a very, very specific pattern.
But they didn't own the entire square.
No.
That was what got me. They owned all of it except one corner, and if I flew even a little bit into that space, all hell would break loose.
Oh, your ass was grass. And when we
So
say
they said they would
specific-
start a war every time, and I was like, okay. And so I had to fly
Because
this way,
those
that way,
bored-
up over the clock tower, around, back over the clock tower, under the ground.
with
and
the
it's
correct
what-
altitude
And there was
up.
a subway, and this was literally one sim,
Yeah,
and it had a subway.
a pretty impressive subway.
This-
I'll give
No,
them that.
because the subway had 2 stations, beginning and end.
It still looked cool. Now boarding at beginning, next stop, end. Then we'll go backwards.
Well, I was already working at Six Flags at the time, so I really didn't want to come home from work doing that to go sit on the computer and fly in a circle.
And as for me, who only had school to worry about and like do nothing else, it was just boring. I don't blame the other
Well, I don't
nation.
think you even got an airplane. I think you went into the tank thing, and then they.
No.
Did,
I
like,
did.
do the
I
tank.
did the flying thing. I did for like 2 days.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it was the worst thing ever. You have to know exactly when to take the turn, how high, at what angle you're supposed to accelerate.
Yeah, they had like a
and
photoshopped
go
picture
up
of
and
what
oh
that
my
route
god,
was.
they took this shit so seriously. And I believe that if we did put half a wing into the other corner that you're not supposed to do, that they would start a war, because those people are so fucking bored that they're probably staring, waiting for something to go so they can be like, we can actually play the game we're playing, let's go, kill them all. But no, we just,
Yeah, sometimes just to break up the monotony of doing the flying, I would just go on foot patrol.
sometimes just to break up the monotony of flying or whatever, I would fire off the gun in the middle of the street and then backtalk the king.
You did like to backtalk the king
I
a
love
lot.
to backtalk that prick, because seriously, like,
Niall had a very big problem with authority back then.
yes, I did. That's been fixed. But
Yeah, it has.
I didn't want to call anyone sir or your majesty in a game that I am playing. Sir, you are on my laptop. I don't.
You are tiny, man.
You are tiny, man. I can hit the X button and I don't have to talk to you. I'm in a tank. You're telling me to obey orders. I could shoot you. I will.
It would
I'll
do
do it.
nothing, but
It would do nothing. Where's the subway? I'm gonna insult it.
But it was very shocking when you would not call him sir. And I'm
Yeah.
like, what?
Everything would stop. Like
I
you
just
would
I
say,
just call people
"Type."
sir just to be polite.
I kind of do now, but I mean, I even did back then. But if they ask for it, I'm like, nuh-uh, no. I'm sorry. It's like,
This
it's
is why
hard to
Dial has
explain.
had such vast amounts of success getting rides in parks.
Exactly. So, I, uh,
Have we
I,
ever told any of? Have we ever talked about Dream World
I don't think we
on
have
anything, Tyrus&Nao?
ever. I don't think anyone knows about that. Anyways, moving on. So I, whenever I would not call him sir, he would just type in all caps, "Excuse me?" And I'm like, "Yeah." It's like, "Don't you mean sir?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, sir." And then he'd go right back, thinking that he
You also
accomplished
had to
things.
salute him every time he showed up.
We did. It hit enter slash salute. SALUTE, enter. That's what you had to do every time you saw him. I avoided this prick like he was the plague because I didn't want to take the time out of my day to type anything. But
I just
Tyrus was smart
wrote
because
it
he
so I
macroed it.
could.
but but me, I'm too lazy and I don't care enough. Now we can talk about Dreamworld and then we'll end this episode.
Dream World, also known as the park where Nile turned a man gay.
Oh god. Oh no.
So, Dream World was the first time that anyone ever asked us to build an actual ride for a theme park
Help
on
with
Second Life.
any Disney park, period.
No, Downtown D.
Downtown D? No, that wasn't an ask.
That was helping with a Disney park.
Okay. All right. But okay, this is the first time we're gonna help with Disney Park and get credit for it.
Building a ride.
Building a
That's what I
ride. Okay. Yeah.
said. That's what this was.
Building anything and getting
They
credit.
wanted us to build Space Mountain?
Yes, Space Mountain, which we did an amazing
That
job.
was the best Space Mountain.
It was
Ian second.
so good. Oh my gosh, I'm pissed that it's not there anymore. But oh, it was so good.
Because
It
we
was-
were working on it, Nance helped,
Yeah.
and Kerhop helped.
It was
and so
just like the
it
Disney
literally-
World version,
was-
but we had elements of the Paris version, the Tokyo version, the California everything. This Space Mountain had it all. It was the tits of Space Mountain.
It's so bad.
To put it lightly.
Tits.
Of Space.
What the heck? Your sentence is all neon white, but everything was just the biggest amount of undermining your own words I've ever seen in anybody. All your authority goes out the window. The beginning of your sentence.
Because most of my sentences start with "Hey, what's up?" or "Hey guys," or "Yo," or it's not like "Why, hello, sir, your Majesty." Because you are a real king in a real world. Where's your scepter? I don't see it. You're on a laptop. I hate you. Anyways, continue about
There was
the
a
dream
horse
world.
that worked there. Remember? That was like the first brony we ever saw.
Oh yeah,
But I think it was actually a girl, so it didn't count. But still,
there was a horse that worked there.
they did like all the decorations, like lights and stuff.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, close your eyes, sit back, and picture a horse on two hooves, stringing up Christmas lights on a lamp, and just be happy that I told you to do so. Let's go back to Dream World.
This was Dream World.
Oh yeah,
and
that horse that worked there. Okay, I thought you were talking about the army. Yeah, that horse, she was a nice horse.
Yeah.
She was very friendly.
Her name was like Parrots. Or something.
Yeah, parrots. If you're listening to this, I'm so surprised. And hi.
I thought you were going to apologize. I am so sorry.
I'm so sorry. I am sorry. We kind of abandoned her because after Dreamworld was like crumbling, it was like maybe it might not be this dramatic. I might be paraphrasing, but as Dreamworld was falling in the ashes, she looked up at us and she was like, "We're still buddies, right?" And we're like,
I
"Yes."
like to think that Dream World
Yes,
fell
parrots.
apart because you turned the owner gay.
I don't like to think that at all. In fact, that's.
Do you want to explain your own story, or do you want me to tell it in a way that's going to make you sound more gay?
I'm just gonna see where you take this, and I will correct you, because I'm so curious as to how you see this in your mind.
So, the owner of the park was some guy whose name started with some letter in the alphabet, and he
As opposed.
he was one of 3 owners.
Mhm.
The other two owners abandoned the project rather early, but the third owner thought he could kind of maintain it. He kept getting more and more stressed out because of all the finances involved with renting a sim
Mhm.
that big and
That's what
just
comes with it.
hiring people, sort of.
Hired a whole bunch
None
of
of us
people,
were.
and none of them he made none of them help out with the rent. They were just like, yeah, well, we'll help you build shit, but you got to pay for it all, which was just not fair.
Well,
But
we couldn't help with it either. The rent either.
I'm not saying we were gonna do it. Are you crazy? Just
Nance probably could have, but who cares?
maybe. I
Um,
mean, yeah, but she's doing pretty good for herself right now. Second life wise, I don't know
yeah.
about her first life. Probably a millionaire. Yells at people.
I'm gonna finish my story.
Okay,
Um,
go ahead.
so Niall, kind of made a point of himself to be a I
I.
had a turn of phrase perfect for that.
Well, turn it right back over. Maybe you'll find it. I ought a point to be a friend,
You were like I wanted to
counselor,
say an ear to turn to or something.
an ear to turn to.
I know, right?
Yep,
I'm so tired. It doesn't
perfect.
even matter.
Yeah, not shoulder to cry on. Not.
Well, I was gonna say that, but that sounded even more gay. So
Yeah, it did. So, okay, I was an ear to turn to,
right, and
so he'll
so
be looking
for the guy,
directly
so he
at
could
me
talk to someone.
if his ear is
You
facing me
know,
and he
talked about
turns
his
it.
problems, and this this nice gentleman decided that Niall had been way nicer to him than any woman he had known in his entire life. Thus, he was attracted to men now.
No, you hit the nail on the head. You got it. I wasn't. And mind you, I've never talked to this guy before. The conversation went like this: his wife left him. I'm not sure if it was
That's true.
first, second, whatever the hell wife left him. So I'm just like, I gave him bro advice. I was like, hey man, just put yourself out
Bitch is
there
right.
and. Hey man, the bitch is right. I mean, you ever
No,
consider the?
no,
Oh,
never mind. Go ahead.
oh, okay.
Was it-
Um, yeah, so I was just like, hey man, everything's gonna be okay. You know, there's more. There's other people out there. I should have said girls. And this isn't the end of the world. Just keep your head up and man, just focus
You
on this
shouldn't have
park.
kept winking at him.
I didn't wink. I didn't wink at all. There was no winky face. If there was a winky face,
This
I
is
forgot
one
to hold down
story where
shift.
this is one of the few things where Niall gets completely and utterly defensive.
Because
Whole thing.
so
You bring this up.
because this is the only thing that happened. Like the conversation happened between me and him, and I don't know how the word got out, but just the stories of on how this conversation went got so vast. Like I have no idea how it even happened, but I was being friendly. I didn't even say anything else. Then he was just like, maybe I should try new things. And I was like, yeah, do whatever. Just keep the park open. Because I really wanted the park to stay open because he was considering closing it out of his
Yeah, if only all the
depression.
parts in that ride had been ours, we could have just taken it in two pieces.
Oh, God, yeah. But no, there was just like one comment that Nance made that was really good.
Well, she made a
And
comment, and Kerhop made some of the tracks. Just for
she made the entire track.
yes.
um,
The timing
so,
on that was so hard to get right,
and it
too.
was beautiful when it was done, but anyways,
It's like when I did the timing on the original Mansion, and it was perfect.
yeah. And then I screwed everything up somehow. It
Well,
seems to be
you
what it
went
goes on.
mental and tore it down once.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Fuck this! Fuck that! Fuck everything! It's over!
It was a bad day for him. I
Yeah.
think that wasn't too long after Ezra did the trick where we decided that Second Life was dying, and so we all accepted our fate and waited for the inevitable.
So, in Second Life, there's options you can do with objects. You can either turn them phantom, or which turns them like you can walk through them, or physical, which means that gravity applies to them. And he was doing both. So like the roof would turn phantom and physical, which means gravity would apply, but nothing would stop it. It would just keep falling forever because nothing would
But that's
stop.
not what got you.
That's not what got me at all. It just kept happening.
No, the thing that got you was the gravestones. in
They
the
would just-
graveyard.
they
They
would
kept
just-
falling forwards.
They wouldn't fall down further. They would just ka-chunk. And it would piss my OCD off so much. Because I spent so much time on those graves. I have OCD, like, to the point where, like, I like things where they are. And if one thing keeps going wrong, and I don't know why, I have so little patience for that. I'm not the, okay, let's see if we can fix this. It's, why the hell is this not working? Kind of thing. So,
Yeah, he would keep fixing it. And about maybe 30 minutes into it, I figured out Ezra was doing it.
exactly.
I didn't tell you.
No, you didn't, because I spun your house a few days before, and I kind of earned this. So,
Yep.
you can tell that story.
You also earned the horse on your house.
I did. What?
This is before you had voice.
Okay. Let's just leave that up to the viewers to decipher what's going
The
on.
viewers.
The viewers. Oh, the listeners. I can't. I lost my train of thought. Can you finish the story for me, please?
Well, this has been From the Core with Tyrus&Nao. Thanks for listening. We'll see you guys in the next one.
This has been the core.
From the Core.
From the core.
Remember?
Is
We're
that
gonna
what
call
we're
our
deciding
podcast From
on?
the Core. It sounds cool.
It does, but we could we call it like Tyrus&Nao. I mean, think about it. We already have a logo for Tyrus&Nao. Well, yeah, this has been an hour or so of your time. Thank you for listening.
What is this?
What
Goodbye.
is this? Goodbye. Have a good one.
Tyrus